So today we are spatchcocking. Is that how you say this?
We're not going to, because I had a fear of you saying that word.
We're using the spatchcock method to cook chicken today.
No. We're going to smoke a chicken. And we're going to smoke chicken halves.
Using the spatchcock method.
No.
So we're set up for indirect on the egg.
Yep.
250.
We're not going to go over 250. And I got this chicken. This is a Springer Mountain Farms chicken. It weighs exactly 4 pounds. Cut it into halves, and then we'll get it ready to smoke. Yeah, I should point out today we're not smoking just any chicken. We are smoking this chicken.
That's right. You need to specifically look for that chicken.
This is the chicken that you want. If you're going to go through all the trouble, you might as well get this chicken.
Yeah. Well, it's too late now because we're smoking it, but...
All right, so we are going to prep the chicken here, and first thing we're going to do is get it cut into halves. That's how I like to smoke them a lot of times. So first thing we're going to do, find the backbone. So I'll look for this little piece. So the backbone runs all the way down here. So I'm going to grab the backbone. Got my kitchen scissors here, and we're just going to cut it out. You got to put some muscle into it sometimes.
Yeah, I ruined the edge on one of my really nice knives doing this a couple months ago, so use scissors.
They usually come out pretty easy. So there's that, backbone's out. I kind of just look for any extra fatty skin like this that I don't want to cook, and we'll just snip it off. All right, good. So then you lay it out flat, kind of press it down a little bit. We're gonna cut right down the center of it though, so just cut this out. Good. So now we have chicken halves. So that was pretty easy, right? Just cut out the backbone, cut down the middle of the breast, and you got 2 halves here. So here's the first thing we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab the halves, flip them over. Next thing we're gonna do is dry them off. So ideally you try to get them as dry as possible ahead of time so that your rub is gonna stick and it's not all wet. So just gonna kind of blot it off here. I'm gonna add just a little bit of olive oil on both sides. We're gonna start with this back side because we want the skin side to look better when we rub it, and we don't want to touch it after we rub the skin side. I say it all the time, I love this stuff, 441 South honeysuckle dust. It's so good on chicken, it's good on pork.
Still not sponsored.
And when you're applying a rub to something, a lot of people think that you want to rub it down, which you actually don't want to do. So you just want to come up, 1.5 feet or so, and try to get a really even coating. So that looks pretty good right there. I'm not going to go crazy with it, but just get a pretty good little coating all over. And then we will flip them over. A little bit of olive oil, not much, just a little bit. Rub the olive oil all over. Olive oil just really helps the skin to brown up a little bit better too. And I'll show you something else we do later that really gets the skin looking good. So here we go. Make sure we got our rub on, grab the wing, and kind of pick it up, make sure you're hitting the whole thing, and that looks pretty good to me.
So in last week's episode on Smash Burgers, which you can watch here, we talked about not wanting to use olive oil because it has a super low smoking point. However, in this situation, it's okay to use olive oil because we're cooking at a low temperature the entire way through the cook, and it tastes better than canola oil.
All right, so now we're just gonna put them on. We're right at 250. We got a good bit of smoke here. We're using pecan wood today to smoke, by the way. Here we go. All right, so lay them on, just make sure they're flat. Looks like the skin pulled back a little bit here more than I wanted it to. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more seasoning here where we missed it, and now we're good. So here's the easy part. We're at 250 and we're just gonna leave it for an hour before we do anything.
See you in an hour.
Okay, so it's been exactly 1 hour. We've been rocking here right at 250, and we're just gonna take a look at it. And here's what I've done. So we wanna get the skin looking really good, and I didn't wanna wash off the rub, so it's had about an hour to set in. So we're gonna take a look at it. I put apple juice, olive oil. Why did I say apple juice? Apple juice. We've got apple juice, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, into spray bottle, my favorite spray bottle. And now we're gonna take a look. That's why you take 3 takes, because you're gonna say something awesome like that. Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Oh man.
Cool. So they're looking good. All right, so we're just gonna spray it down a little bit. So nothing crazy, but I want to get a good coating on here. Some of the sugar in here, the balsamic, is really gonna help the color. So we sprayed it, and about every 20 minutes or so until it's done, I'm just gonna keep spraying it to help get a good color, get the skin.
Seriously, the smell is amazing. That balsamic is coming out and the sugar and everything. That's great.
What time is it? Okay, it's been exactly 2 hours. 2 hours! Here's what it looks like. And it looks pretty amazing. Look at that. It's got a great color on the skin.
Doesn't suck.
Chicken. So, here's what we're gonna do. I've picked these up with tongs before and realized that I broke the skin and then juice started pouring out of the chicken. So I'm just gonna pick them up easy with the spatula here and set them over here. Pick up this one. Nice and easy. All right, so it's been 10 or 15 minutes and now we're ready to eat. So uncover it. It looks great. Now we'll cut it. So, and this is a lot easier than I thought it was. So the first thing that we're gonna do, we'll separate the thigh and the leg from the breast and the wing. And if you pick it up, you can kind of see right there where the skin comes together, and just kind of lightly cut in there, and it comes right off. Whoa! Hey, I lost the fork. Here's the other one. Comes right off, and then we can separate the thigh here from the leg. We can cut part of this breast off. So this is basically cutting it into 8s. Do this one here. All right, so now we have it into 8s, and see, it looks, I mean, it's really juicy. Good color on the skin. Smoky, not too smoky, just the right amount of smoky. All right, it's time to eat. We're gonna take it inside. Awesome, well that's how we do it. That's one way to smoke a chicken on the Big Green Egg, and now we're gonna eat it. Thanks for watching.